All right, guys, well, here's the thing we got going for tomorrow. I came out here and marked it today, but this culvert pipe is clogged up. So I got to cut this side out and make it so that we can clear out the culvert and that'll flow like we want it to. And on this side, what I had to do today is I took a shovel and I dug out to the bottom of this culvert. Now there's dirt back up in there, so we got to unclog it. But I cleared to the bottom of that cement culvert pipe and then measured out the percentage that I would need to have it tomorrow and then marked each one. So I got to come down a 3/4 of an inch to this mark from the bottom of that pipe. So I probably got a good solid 6 inches maybe to the bottom of that culvert pipe that I got to bring out and mark that all the way down the ditch here. And I got 1.5 inches to that one, and that's going to give me the slope that I need on this. And that's kind of a minimum slope for, so I got 2.25 inch on this one. And I had marked it at a higher, but that was going to put me so far down here, I might have actually been below this culvert pipe that I'll get to. But I've got the amount of inches that I got to come down all the way through here and got to come on around. And then what I have to do is, once I cut away, so here we're looking at 3.25 inch, I think. Yep, 3.25 inch on that one, and then all the way to this culvert pipe. So it'll flow on down that way. Currently, it is holding water right there. So really, that culvert's just serving as a driveway to drive over. There's no water flowing through it or coming down this way from the uphill side. It eventually just all soaks into the ground, and I believe it's probably pushing up. There's some cracks in it. I think it's pushing the culvert up because the water trying to go under it. So then once I cut out this part and the center, then I got the grading bucket that I'll have to cut the slope on each side so that it's manageable with the lawnmower. And but that's what we got going tomorrow, and we'll be getting some video of it. But I just came out here and marked it with the laser and have my distances and how much I need to drop on each one. And it's not that much, but it's enough that it's enough that it's keeping the water from flowing downhill. And so we got to clear that out too, and that'll be a little bit more of a doozy to do. And generally I'll just get up on the uphill side there and push the dirt out, and hopefully it hasn't been compacted that long in there. Otherwise it's always fun to get out. Looks like it's time for another attachment for the excavator. We'll see how that goes. All right, we'll check with you guys tomorrow. way back. Huh?
I'm sitting in your exhaust.
Oh. are back out here. We did some work yesterday. I just did not have time to get any live video. I didn't make any post or anything. I've got some video of us digging the trench. I didn't actually get the video of me sloping out the banks on this, but there's the culvert. We dug that out, and I've got a little bit more cleaning out to do by hand. We're going to push that all the way through so it's clear to the other side. But that thing was completely buried. You can see the dirt right here where it was completely covered. You couldn't even see the culvert. So I just sloped it up and away, and so the water can come down the street here, go through the culvert pipe. And this side was mostly buried. You had maybe 2 or 3 inches of the culvert pipe showing. So sorry, my big shadow in there. So basically we dug it out and fixed the grade on this, going all the way down. So got to get over here and get my big shadow out of it. But kind of hard to see here. But what we did is I took the grading bucket and made that more gradual of a slope, and where we cut the trench out here for the ditch, straight down the middle, and then I banked it up this way as much as I could without getting into the right of way. You got utilities and stuff over on this side. So I made it so he could still get it with his riding mower on that end. And so right now, going through, we're doing the seed, and we got some straw over there. And for the middle, we've got a straw mat. We're going to be putting an 8-foot straw mat down and getting that in place. But this goes all the way down. And I was able to maintain a soft slope right here on this side up to this point right here, because that's where the water meter was. So from this point on, we had utilities, sewer lines, water lines, fire hydrants, anything and everything you could possibly think of in the way, a retaining wall. And actually, if that retaining wall wasn't there, I could have sloped that side and he'd still have a little bit more maintainable. But you get over here and there's a clean out over there in the middle of the yard that comes to a clean out over here. But you got sewer lines coming out here, a fire hydrant back over there. So right in here, it's a little bit steep. And then you got a water shut off right here that I had to work around. So all the way from up the street down, we cut in a new ditch so that it'll flow properly down through here. So it's a little bit more work than I quoted them for. When I quoted them, I was just going to shave a little bit off the top so it would flow. They'd have positive flow. But really, this is what needed to be done. And the house was built in 1964, I think. So that was 40, 60, years worth of dirt that had filled up that ditch. So we got it all fixed for them, and now it'll get in that culvert pipe over there where the rocks are and head off down the road down there where it should. So that was the project. We're finishing that up, and then we got a few more projects to get taken care of. So we'll check with you guys later. Well, there we go. We got the seed and straw down. Get my big shadow out of the picture. We got seed and straw mat on the ditch on the steeper bank. About an 8-foot straw mat down in the center. And we got about 2 or 3 feet of straw loose straw up at the top. That's what we had. It goes all the way down around the corner, a little bit more than 150 feet, maybe 175 feet of ditch line. And yeah, that culvert pipe was buried. Got a couple more staples we got to put in. That culvert pipe was buried, and this was actually higher. When you got down in the retaining wall all the way down there, eventually it was level, according to the laser, with the bottom of the pipe up here. So we had to cut out all of that dirt, and that was a lot of dirt, and then graduate the edges a little bit for him so he could get in there with a mower and mow it. So that's what we have. That's it for the job.